from Saguaro National Park, Arizona, outside of Tucson. We're here at the Hugh Norris Trail. There it is. This is about a 5-mile one-way, 10-mile round trip out and back. I believe it gains about 2,000 feet of elevation. It's December 23rd, a couple days before Christmas, 2017. Got 4 cars in the parking lot already. That's about all it holds right here. I think there's more parking across the street. Anyway, I think we follow our ridge and... We're gonna do what?
We're gonna go by this peak here.
Okay. It does go up to Wasson Peak, although we were just up there a couple days ago, so I'm not sure we're gonna make the final trek to Wasson, which is only another 1/3 of a mile, but we'll see what happens. Well, the trail leaves the parking lot and you go up a series of stone steps, which are pretty nice. And we're climbing a little bit, not terribly steep. Plenty of saguaros, that's for sure. Okay, so we're through with part of the steps. Here comes Steve from the Green Valley Hiking Club. And there's Julie. Steve's got the rest of his pals back here somewhere. And we're still heading up the stairs. So we're still climbing. This has been a long series of steps, I have to say. Well, this is looking behind us. We've done a fair amount of climbing up all those steps. Now it's more a nice trail. Boy, somebody did some work making those steps, I gotta say. Well, we're still climbing. I believe we're getting up towards the top of something here. We'll soon find out. Well, that's looking off to the trail right. We're still climbing. It's not been a real steep climb, but it's been fairly steady. I guess this is looking out over Tucson, or part of it anyway. Not my area, so I'm not real familiar with it. Well, there's a little bit of a view ahead of us. I can see the trail, and I believe that's Wasson Peak. We just climbed there 2 days ago via Kings Canyon. Well, we've come down in elevation a little bit the last 15 minutes or so. And then we're going to go back up. Well, there's another trail that comes up from kind of the other side of the ridge that we're on. And here's the sign up here. We'll see what it is. Well, here's the sign at this trail intersection. It's we've come 2.7 miles from the Hugh Norris Trailhead. This is the Sendero Esperanza crossing right here. It comes from there and goes this way. And Wasson Peak is another 2.2 miles this way. Well, a few more little stairs here. That's looking towards the south, I believe. This is the Kings Canyon Trail down that way. There's also a road, but the trail is on this side of the road. We're headed up this way. We got another, I don't know, mile to go. Well, this area is a little grassier than the most out here. Well, I believe that's Wasson Peak ahead of us there, and then we got to climb this hill right here. There's going to be some switchbacks. Well, this is going to be a little climber right here. I'm sure it's going to be all switchbacks because we got to go straight up the hill here. We're coming from that way. That's a nice rock formation. Almost up to our ending point for the day. We probably won't go up to the peak because it's Saturday for one thing, and there are going to be quite a few people up there, and we were just there 2 days ago. So here's the intersection of the Hugh Norris Trail that we're on and the King Canyon Trail. And then Wasson Peak is just right there, 3/10 of a mile. We're probably just going to stop here. Like I said, we were just there 2 days ago. And it looks like there are probably at least 10 people up there. So we're going to call it quits for here, have a little lunch, and go back. Let's see, it took us about 2.5 hours, a little less than 2.5 hours to get here. Well, we're making our way back down the Hugh Norris Trail. Yeah, we didn't go up to Wasson. I can see at least a dozen people up there. So we had our own little peak right here. But if you come and do this trail and you haven't been up there, you better go do it. Well, we came down most of the switchbacks from the steep part of the hill there. See the gutter snake? Hi, buddy. Good little snake. Boy, nice weather down here for this time of year. It's supposed to be about, I don't know, probably high 60s today. Christmas Day is supposed to be 77. Well, you can see quite a bit of the trail ahead of us. Some switchbacks going up that next hill and then across the top of that next peak, just below the ridge of it. So here we are back at the intersection of the Sendero Esperanza trail. It just crosses here, it comes up from that way and goes down over here. We're going straight ahead the way we came. We've got 2.7 miles back to the Hugh Norris Trailhead. Well, just off trail there's an old mine here. It looks like a bit of a tunnel, and then this might be a shaft, although I can't get past the fence here to look at it. Probably isn't real big. There's not a huge pile of diggings. A scenic little area. Some purple colored cholla amongst other stuff. Sometimes you see those purple prickly pears too. Just real purple. I think this is one of our final climbs here. Then we get to the long steps. Must be at least a mile's worth of steps, but they're going to be all downhill going this way. Well, it's kind of a rugged area here. We're starting our long descent, which will turn into stairs pretty soon here, all the way down to the desert floor, down to the road you see down there. Here is the start of the steps. There's a couple of nice barrel cacti. Well, we're getting there. We're almost back down to the road. I can see some cars down there. Still doing the steps. Look at all the saguaros. I guess that's why it's Saguaro National Park. So we're back to the trail register, which is just above the trailhead parking lot. The hike recap was 9.6 miles. It took us just around 5 hours, and it had a total ascent of 2,530 feet. And we stopped short of Wasson Peak since we were just there 2 days ago, but that would have added 3/10 of a mile one way. So if you go to Wasson, it's going to be right at 10 miles. So it's a pretty tough hike. I would say it's at least moderate, if not strenuous in difficulty. And it's pretty fun though, it's pretty scenic. So anyway, that's the recap from Julie and myself. Thanks for watching the video, and happy hiking.